Hey there, I'm Kate Volman. On my channel, I share tips, ideas, and resources for business owners and solopreneurs. So if you haven't yet subscribed, I invite you to do so. On this video, I'm going to share a few things you can do when you're feeling less than motivated to create content. I recently got back from speaking at an event in DC, and my topic was all about how to repurpose content to get found online. Afterwards, I got some really great questions, which I love. The audience was amazing, and I got really great questions, including one from a woman who said, I'm still working, and I'm trying to figure out my side hustle. So by the time I am finished with my day and I get home, I'm exhausted. The last thing I want to do is get behind my computer and create videos or blogs or whatever it is. I don't feel like doing it. What do you do when you feel like that? And I get this question a lot, not only from those who have a side hustle and are working on a side project, but also my entrepreneur friends and business owners that I work with, because we have a lot going on in our businesses and we have to make that time. And usually creating content is the last thing on our to-do list. And so it can be a little bit challenging to stay motivated to create that kind of content that we know is helpful in our business because it's going to help us with our marketing and help us attract the right customers. So after she asked me that question, this is what I said. When you're feeling less than motivated after you get home, suck it up. Okay, I said it very jokingly and lovingly, of course. But really, sometimes I feel like we just have to suck it up and do it and get it done. And I get it. We don't always feel like doing the work that we know we're meant to do and sitting down and creating that content, but sometimes we just have to make it happen. So these are 3 things that I do when I'm feeling less than motivated to create the content that I know I'm supposed to create. Number 1, create a content calendar and an idea file. So here's the thing. When we have a content calendar, it's going to help get our mind right. It's going to help us plan for the whole month, the whole quarter, so we know what kind of content we're going to be creating and when. So when you have a content calendar and you can map out your month, you put the days and times that you're actually going to sit down and create the content. And here's a tip. Keep those appointments, because I know it's so easy after you put something like that on your calendar. If you get a client call or you have a meeting that you want to go to, you'll push it off to the side. But we need to stick with our plan. So create that content calendar, add the days and times throughout your week that you are going to be committed to creating content so that you can mentally prepare. You know, I actually mentally prepare knowing the days that I have to be creating these videos, and I want to be prepared. So I have days where I'm writing the scripts out. So having a content calendar is really helpful because it's going to help you stay on track even when you aren't feeling like creating that content. Now, with the idea file, the cool thing about this is if you're not feeling that motivated, we can't expect that we're going to sit down and do our best work and come up with these amazing ideas if we're not really feeling it. So I have a couple different files in Evernote. One is video topics and things that I want to share with you guys. And then I have another that is really just things that I'm considering, and more like if I subscribe to the Daily Stoics, so sometimes I'll just read one of their emails and it will inspire me to think about an idea that I just want to jot down to think about later. And then I just have one for marketing things. If I see a cool blog post or some stats or figures or things that are interesting in my marketing world or small business world, I'll just file that away as something that I might want to share with my community later or just maybe create a video around. So having an idea file is great because those days that you aren't really feeling it, you can go back to your idea file and see all the cool ideas that you already have and then be able to inspire you to get going with creating the content. Number 2, focus on the feeling and your why. So think about how satisfying it feels when you've finished something. We love finishing projects. So those days that I'm feeling less than motivated, I think about how am I gonna feel when the videos are done and recorded and I can get them off to my editor. It feels amazing. It's one less thing that I have to do, and I'm really proud of the work, and I know that I get to share it later on over the next week. And so I get really excited about it. So focus on that feeling that you're going to have after you're finished. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, how do you get up so early and go to the gym? Because I'm really big into health and fitness. I get up at 5, I go to the gym at 5:30, I do a hardcore killer workout. And, you know, I don't love getting up at 5 a.m. all the time, but when I think about how I'm going to feel when I walk out of the gym, that's what gets me excited. That's what gets me pumped and jazzed to actually get there and get going. Because yeah, just like you, I would rather be in bed. So we have to think about the feeling of once we've created something and once we've put that time into it, we just feel so much satisfaction, and that's gonna help push us forward. And also think about your why. Why are you doing this work? Who is this content for? So I think about you. I think about the person that's watching. If someone will watch one of my videos and get a great tip out of it, and I'll be able to help them in their business in some way, that to me is a win. So I think about creating content that I know is valuable to other people, and that just pushes me forward. That pushes me to want to create something because I want to be helpful and I want to help people with their businesses and growing their businesses and moving their ideas forward. So thinking about that feeling after you're finished and that why behind why you're doing the work will help push you and keep you motivated. And number 3, just start. The best way we can motivate ourselves to do the work is to get started, as challenging as it can sometimes be. You know, think about the last time that you were feeling exhausted or just kind of over it and you just really didn't feel like doing that work. But you sat down and you started writing or you started creating, and all of a sudden, somewhere, somehow, you got all this energy. Like it just showed up and you started writing and you started getting excited. And then you look at the clock and what happens? Like 3 hours have gone by and you've done all this work and you still have energy. That is your state of flow. And it's awesome when you get into that state. And oftentimes we just have to start. Even on those days that we're feeling a little less motivated, when you start doing the work that you know you're meant to do, that you're excited to share, it just somehow happens. It just somehow that energy shows up, that motivation is there, that inspiration is there, and we just want to keep going. So just start. These are just a few things that I do, but I would love to hear from you. What do you do when you're feeling a little less motivated to create the content you know you want to create? I would love to hear your strategies and your tips on how you stay inspired and keep moving forward. So comment below and let me know. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it. And also comment below, say hi, let me know that you're here. And if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. I also invite you to subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected.